On TikTok, content lives and dies by quirks, charisma, and a healthy dose of controversy. And no one juggles all three quite like Marie Temara, with a height that seems to stretch and shrink at will. 6 feet in one video,
POV, you are a girl over 6 feet tall in Japan.
6'2" in another, 6'3" in a different one.
You say that it came to my face. What did you say about my brother? That's not a trait, that's my brother.
And a casual 7 feet when the mood strikes. Marie's knack for growing to fit the narrative has made her a spectacle you can't look away from. Marie and her family have created a whole brand based on a rather dubious lie: their heights. With claims of being the tallest family on TikTok, she's built an empire on her alleged altitude. Her videos are packed with exaggerated height comparisons, tales of towering over peers, and the constant hassle of how unbearably tall life can be. Admirable, right? Except, the more you watch, the more you notice something doesn't quite measure up. Literally. From videos where her height changes like the weather, to strategic camera angles and a suspicious love for platform shoes, Marie's claims stretch further than a pair of high-waisted jeans.
6'2" and never had a problem with door frames. I don't know what to tell you, but I do. And this is a standard size door frame, and I'll prove it to you.
Well, the average American door frame is right around 6'8", and I'm actually 7 foot tall.
And let's not forget the rest of the Temara clan. Her mom and brothers have fully embraced the act.
I understood the assignment.
Her dad pops in on his off days.
Talking it, she ain't trying it. He keep calling me crime. Damn.
And even Grandma joins the "we're so tall" charade whenever they swing by for a visit.
Hi, Mom. Hi, I'm Grandma, and I'm the tallest and the prettiest.
But are they truly towering titans, or just masters of the TikTok illusion?
Evil Empire, laughing all the way to the bank.
With over-the-top theatrics and a height-centric persona, Marie has managed to make being tall her entire personality. But as skeptics roll their eyes and viewers flood her comments with questions like, "Are you really 7 feet?" Marie doubles down, asking them back, "How tall are you?" It's a tall tale indeed, but the question remains: how much of it is true? Buckle up, or maybe grab a stepladder, because we're about to dig into the heights, the angles, and the towering claims of Marie Temara and her so-called tallest family on TikTok. Marie Temara's TikTok journey began with a simple premise: life as a tall person is hard. Her early videos were filled with relatable snippets of daily struggles, from ducking under doorways to squeezing into tight seats in space.
Says he wants to see other people.
Tall guys, I love you, but everybody loves you. Every day's a good day to be a tall guy. Why can't we give the short kings one thing? We can give them a spring. It's okay. They can have a short king spring.
Clips like, "They laughed because I was tall. Now I'm laughing because they can't reach the top shelf," gave viewers a peek into her life while wrapping it in a playful, self-deprecating humor. It wasn't long before her unique perspective started gaining traction. But Marie didn't stop there. What's better than one tall TikToker? A whole family of them. Enter her mom, Christine, and brothers, Troy and Shane. Together, they branded themselves as the tallest family on TikTok.
If me and my gang pull up, boy, you better get to running, we on your ass. Ain't nobody playing if you with the bag, you getting decapitated.
Their content shifted from solo struggles to family escapades, highlighting their collective height as both a challenge and a superpower. Whether it was ducking under door frames as a group or comparing hand sizes in exaggerated slow motion, their videos crafted a cohesive narrative of a family united by their towering statures.
Bring up my tall family. Challenge. Level 1. Level 2. Level 3. Level 4.
If me and my gang pull up, boy, you better get to running, we on your ass.
At first, their supposed unique struggles resonated with viewers. Audiences found charm in their camaraderie and relatability. After all, who wouldn't be intrigued by a family so tall they seemed to defy normal proportions? Their content was equal parts humor, spectacle, and curiosity, a recipe for viral success. But as their follower count climbed, so did the scrutiny. And that's when the cracks in their lofty claims started to show. But as the Temara family's TikTok fame grew, so did the questions. For a family so obsessed with height, the details didn't always seem to stack up. At first, their videos appeared innocent enough, just a group of extraordinarily tall people sharing their lives. Yet as viewers watched more closely, something felt off. Claims of 7 feet tall turned into the internet's newest mystery, and the inconsistencies were hard to ignore. Marie proudly declares she's 7'0". Her mom Christine is staggering 7'5", and her brother is towering close to 8 feet. But the math just doesn't math. In one video, Christine's 7'0" stature is flaunted like a badge of honor. Then, just 2 weeks later, she suddenly shrunk to 6'5". Did she lose a bet with gravity? Skeptics joked. The discrepancies weren't just in the numbers, they were visible. Clips showed Marie standing next to people who were supposedly much shorter, but the difference seemed less NBA star next to middle schooler and more close enough to eye level for comfort. Then there's the camera work. In video after video, full-body shots of Marie and her family are suspiciously absent, especially in those that focus on height claims. Instead, the Temaras seem to favor low angles, tilted perspectives, and strategic cropping. Add in their fondness for heels, platform shoes, and suspiciously thick soles, and suddenly the towering giants seem a bit elevated.
I love your daughter. What do you have to offer her? Nothing. Only this.
What's that supposed to be about?
Commenters weren't shy about pointing this out. Why don't we ever see their legs? It's like their feet are allergic to flat ground. Perhaps the most consistent part of the Temara family's strategy is their careful casting of supporting characters. Marie is almost always surrounded by much shorter people, or occasionally dwarfs, making her already above average height seem even more exaggerated. It's social media 101. Contrast is everything. When everyone else is knee-high, even a moderate giant looks like a skyscraper, one viewer quipped. Whether it's camera tricks, creative footwear, or curated comparisons, the Temara's towering image isn't as solid as it seems. But instead of addressing the doubts, they lean into the chaos. Because in the world of TikTok, controversy is the ultimate growth hack. If there's one thing Marie Temara has mastered, it's turning height into a personality. Her TikToks revolve almost entirely around the same theme. I'm tall, let's talk about it. From comparing herself to NBA players in clips that are as dramatic as they are questionable, to repeatedly calling her family the tallest in the world, she's built her entire online identity on towering above the rest, figuratively and allegedly, literally. One standout video shows Marie confidently stacking herself up against basketball legends, grinning as she declares, 7 feet tall and I'd still dunk on you. The boldness of this statement, paired with a careful angle emphasizing her height, feels like the epitome of her content strategy. Height is both a superpower and her brand. But Marie doesn't just stop at claiming her title as TikTok's tallest queen, she actively engages her audience to perpetuate the narrative. Her comment sections are filled with her favorite question, how tall are you? It's a move that keeps the conversation centered on height while inviting her followers to participate in the spectacle. She even went to Japan one time and claimed to be the tallest. Reactions to her height obsession are as polarizing as her content. Some fans are awestruck, showering her with admiration for embracing her uniqueness. Others, not so much. Critics roll their eyes, with comments like, we get it, you're tall. Do you do anything else? But instead of addressing the skepticism, Marie doubles down, ensuring her height remains not just a detail, but the entire plot of her TikTok saga. Marie Temara's height saga didn't stop with her. it expanded into a full-blown family affair. First came her mom, Christine, whose shifting height claims, ranging from 7'0" to 6'5", were a constant source of raised eyebrows. But then Marie upped the ante, casually throwing her grandmother into the mix. Suddenly, this wasn't just the tallest family on TikTok, it was a generational phenomenon. In one particularly over-the-top TikTok, Marie gleefully introduces her grandmother with a bold claim about her towering stature. The absurdity reaches new heights, pun intended, as viewers are left wondering if every family member will eventually join this escalating height narrative. It's almost comical how casually these claims are made, as if adding a 7-foot grandma to this story were the most natural thing in the world. But the addition of her grandmother didn't do much to quell skepticism. If anything, it amplified it. Critics in the comments quickly pointed out inconsistencies and asked the burning question, how many 7-foot women can fit into one family? And yet the Temaras didn't flinch. Instead, they leaned further into this spectacle, ensuring their family's towering tale remained a focal point in their TikTok brand. As Marie Temara and her family's towering claims gained traction, so too did the skepticism. The comment sections of their videos became battlegrounds for debates, with the eagle-eyed viewers pointing out inconsistencies that were impossible to ignore. From the suspicious lack of full-body shots to the suspiciously thick-soled shoes and conveniently low camera angles, the audience wasn't buying the narrative wholesale. Are they on stilts? One commenter joked. Another chimed in, how tall is the camera operator though? The skepticism didn't stop at casual comments. Entire threads began dissecting the Temara's content, with fans and critics alike debating whether they were using camera tricks, strategic footwear, or even outright fabrications to boost their height claims. Questions like, why did their legs disappear in every video? Or, do they have a sponsorship deal with platform shoes? Dominated the conversation, keeping their TikTok page as much of a source of intrigue as entertainment. And how did Maria respond? By deflecting criticism with humor. In one video, she cheekily quipped, I'm not tall? Okay, short kings, tell me more, accompanied by a dramatic eye roll. While her approach was undeniably entertaining, it sidestepped the real questions, leaving doubts unresolved and fueling even more speculation. Rather than addressing the core issues, Marie's playful rebuttals became part of the act, ensuring the controversy stayed alive. After all, in the world of TikTok, engagement, whether positive or negative, is the name of the game. And for the Temaras, even skepticism became a way to keep the spotlight squarely on their supposedly towering frames. For Marie Temara and her family, the tallest hurdle they face isn't a door frame, it's maintaining credibility. When your entire brand is built on the idea of being exceptionally tall, even the smallest crack in that narrative can cause the whole facade to crumble. The more viewers scrutinized their claims, the more doubts arose, threatening to undermine the foundation of their TikTok empire. As one commenter aptly put it, when your entire brand is built on being tall, even the slightest doubt can send it crumbling down. This skepticism doesn't just stop at TikTok. Marie's online presence spans platforms, including Instagram and even OnlyFans, where she's turned her fame into a lucrative venture. By leveraging her supposed height as a unique selling point, she's managed to secure sponsorships, collaborations, and a loyal fan base willing to invest in her content. But as the questions around her height persist, so too does the risk of alienating an audience that values authenticity. For influencers like Marie, trust is currency, and while her exaggerated tales have certainly kept her in the spotlight, they may also come at the cost of her long-term credibility. The Temaras may be tall in stature, or so they claim, but it's their ability to stand up to the scrutiny that will truly determine how far they can go. In the world of social media, spectacle is king, and the Temara family's towering claims are no exception. Their story fits neatly into a growing trend of influencers exaggerating aspects of their lives for clout, leveraging a single unique trait, whether real, embellished, or entirely fabricated, to carve out a niche. From influencers who claim luxurious lifestyles they can't actually afford, to those who curate overly polished, impossible realities, the Temara's tallest family narrative is just another chapter in this ongoing phenomenon. It's not hard to see the appeal. Height is eye-catching, unique, and inherently fascinating to most viewers. And for Marie and her family, the height gimmick has been widely successful. But they're not alone in using exaggeration as a tool for fame. Comparisons can be drawn to influencers who inflate their net worth, fake extravagant vacations, or stage elaborate stunts for virality. The Temara's story is simply another iteration of the social media spectacle, one where their supposed tallest family title serves as the hook. Despite the inconsistencies, there's no denying the entertainment value of their content. The exaggerated claims, playful videos, and quirky family dynamic keep viewers coming back for more, even if only to see how far the narrative can be stretched. But as the scrutiny grows, so do the ethical questions. Are these exaggerations a harmless gimmick designed to entertain, or are they crossing into problematic territory by misleading their audience? The answer lies somewhere in the blurry middle. While it's easy to dismiss their height claims as a marketing strategy, the fine line between performance and deception matters more than ever in a world where authenticity is currency. Whether the Temaras are TikTok's tallest influencers or just its most creative storytellers, one thing is certain: they've mastered the art of keeping people talking.